Hello students. Now we are going to start a new chapter in class 9, that is decision making or conditional statement in Java. Both are the same. In the chapter it is written conditional statement in Java. This is also known as decision making. Okay. Now we will start our lecture for this. Now, by conditional flow of control. In conditional statement, we see that flow of control. There are, we can say, two types of flow control are there. That one is normal control. The simple program which you all were doing, students, that was normal flow of control. If we take example of simple addition, in addition, what we do, we take two variables. Suppose we have taken A and B, then we make it plus with the plus operator, and we store the answer whatever the output comes in the C variable, and then we print our statement. Whatever the statement, the addition is C, we print it. The program works on a simple control. Okay, one by one control goes on in the program. That is your normal flow of control. But in bidirectional flow of control or conditional flow of control, the matter comes if and then. Yeah, if there is a reason, if. Okay, then see what happened, that you may operate a block of statements when a condition holds true. When condition is given there, either you are going to drink tea or coffee. Okay, so you have a condition. If I say that what you are going to have, your chocolate or toffee, then you will prefer whatever you are prefer, you have to prefer between the two. Then there we have put a conditional. That is known as conditional flow of control. Okay, thus the control executes a specific block of statements defined condition. It is known as biconditional flow. When it executes the specific block in which the statement is true, then it is known as biconditional flow. We can say we use if statement for this. They are our if statements. Okay, we use five type of this if statements: simple if statements, if and if only statements, if else statement, if else if statement, and nested if statement with else. We use these type of if statements. Okay, how, see how your simple if statements works. This is your decision making flow chart of decision making. See, this is your decision making flowchart. Is a is greater than 0, suppose a holds a value, display is positive, otherwise stop. So we will give a value. Suppose a is your 2, a is greater than 0, then it will display positive. Otherwise we have given if a minus 1, a will be minus 1, then it will give no output because the condition is here false. Then this is your if statement. Okay, now syntax of using if statement. If statement is given, statement. Okay, if condition is given, then statement 1, statement 2, whatever the statement you are going to write. Okay, so this is the syntax of using if statement. Now what we have to do, a situation may appear when you need to execute more than one statement based on condition. Suppose we have to use more than one statement for that, then we use, this is your single statement using if int a is equal to 10, if a is greater than 0, then number is positive. This is simple statement. If the number is negative, if a is minus 1, then we are not going to give any statement for the negative number. It will not print anything. But if the condition is true, it will print you number is positive. Okay, see, if the value is less than 0 or equal to 0, the execution of print statement is ignored. Pay attention out there, statement execution of a print statement is ignored. Multiple statements using if anti x is 0, p is 0, double t is 0.0t. See here, multiple if statements we have given using multiple statement using is if. We have given two statements here using if. Okay, now p is equal to x into x, we have to find out square root. Okay, see there is two statements given here for this. It will work system out dot println the square of number plus p and square root of plus t. Okay, see here, this definition is very important. Compound statement. What is compound statement? A statement that includes one or more statements within a marked under curly braces. See, more than one statement. When a statement is, that includes more than one statement is known as your compound statement. Now, using of multiple if and only if we are going to use. It is a logical situation in which multiple statements can be operated selectively. If condition 1 is true, then control will execute 1. If it is false, the control will move on to second rather than executing any other statement. Further, 2 or 3 operated based upon the true and false. Whatever the statement will, whichever the statement will be true, the control will print that statement only. Okay, the control will go to execute that statement only. See the flow chart of it. This is a construct. If condition 1 statement 1, if condition 2 statement 2, if condition 3 statement 3. See flow chart of this. Is condition 1 satisfied? Statement 1. Is condition 2 satisfied? Statement 2. And is condition 3 satisfied? Statement 3. Otherwise, the execute will come. See, this is the flow chart of your multiple if. Now, example. See, multiple fill example. If a is less than 0, then print negative number. If a is greater than 0, then print positive number. And if a is equal to 0, then print the number is 0 for you all. This was the example of your multiple if. Now, if else statement. If else statement, if first statement is true, then print this, otherwise wrong. Suppose we have given to print a odd or even number. Then what you will do, you will put condition here. If the number is this, then print number is even, else number is odd. The two statements are given, but between there is else. Okay, so it will perform like that only. So we can say it is a logical situation in which either of two actions is performed depending upon specified condition. When the condition is true, it performs one set of statements. Otherwise, when condition is false, it performs another set of statements. Okay, the syntax of if else is here. Now there is a program of multiple if. Okay, we will see that if d is greater than 0, d is equal to d is 0 and d is less than 0. Okay, this is equal. Now we have to do a quadratic equation. Okay, the formula of quadratic equation has been given here. You have to know this is decrement. Okay, now write a program to determine the nature of the roots of quadratic equation by taking a, b, c as inputs. See, first we have here, we have taken a double. Okay, now see public static void main. This is your function program. You can write this also, or you can make it with the scanner also. Okay, now double a, b, c, double d is 0, d is equal to b into b minus 4. This is your formula. We will now check here if d is greater than 0, then roots are equal. If d is equal to 0, there here will be beta equal. It is wrong printed here. From outer println roots real and equal. And if d is less than 0, then roots are imaginary or unequal. Okay, this is a simple program. See, pay attention here, all of you. Here you all have to write class for the public static void main string RJS. You have to write whole of the program. Okay. Okay, I'll send PDF of this PPT and you all note down all the notes in your class register very neatly, class, and do your work. The work should be clear in your registers.